Hello everybody, welcome to my first gameplay video. As you can see, this is not me talking in the top left picture here. I did have some issues while recording, so that's why I'm doing the voiceover right now. So this is my first video for gameplay. We're going to play Mighty Morphin Power Rangers here on the SNES, and this video will serve as one of two tributes to Jason David Frank, who unfortunately passed away in November. Jason was such an amazing Power Ranger. I'll go into further more details here in a bit. I'll go into somewhat of a history of Jason David Frank, what he did with the Rangers, and a few other things. So, as you can see, we started off here with Billy. I tend to usually start off this game with the worst going to the best Rangers of the fighting styles. I find that Billy's the worst. His movements are incredibly slow, especially when you get to like the last punch, and same thing with his Ranger. You'll see that after. But something we can say so far with this game is that, obviously, the best part of this game is the music. The music in this game is absolutely incredible. There will be 5 main levels in this game, and then we also get 2 levels that are the Megazord levels afterwards. So we will get the opportunity to play with all 5 Rangers. Unfortunately, the Green and the White Ranger were not in these games. This game, I should say. But we won't let that stop us into still giving a tribute to Jason David Frank. So let me just pull up my information here. As you can see, we just transformed into the Blue Ranger. And we saw our first villain of this game. So, Jason David Frank, born September 4th, 1973 in California, passed away at the age of 49, November 19th, 2022 of last year now. He resided in Houston, Texas. He has a really good background in different types of mixed martial arts. He was classified out of the heavyweight division. He was the 8th Dan black belt in Shotokan Karate. He was a black belt in Wado Ryu Karate. He was a black belt in Taekwondo. He had a black belt in Judo. He had a purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And he had his, I think it's pronounced, Ajahn degree in Muay Thai. He had an amateur MMA record of 4 wins, 2 by knockout and 2 by submission, with 0 losses. He also had, I guess this is his professional MMA record of 1 win, 0 losses, and his win came by submission. So, Jason, with the Power Rangers, started off as Tommy Oliver, as the Green Ranger, who was, I'm going to try to recall this correctly, under the power of Rita Repulsa. So he was a bad guy when he started, but then obviously came and joined the Rangers eventually. His Green Ranger only lasted a short 14 episodes, but with the growing popularity of his character, they did bring him back as the White Ranger, who was eventually the leader, I believe, of the Rangers. Jason David Frank also, he played a few more different Rangers in the shows. Excuse me. He was the Red Zeo Ranger in the Zeo Ranger V series. He was the first Red Turbo Ranger in the Power Rangers Turbo series. He was the Black Dino Ranger in the Dino Thunder series. He brought back his Tommy Oliver character as the Green Ranger in the season finale of Power Rangers Super Mega Force. And he reprised his role as Tommy again in 2018 for the Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. That was his last showing with the Rangers as an official form anyways. There was talks that Frank expressed interest into getting the Green Ranger a solo series or a movie after an encounter with Mr. Stan Lee himself. So as you can see here, we picked the Black Ranger. I find his fighting style being the second worst in this game. It's just, if you've played this game for yourself, you obviously have your favorite characters to choose from and play with. So, Jason David Frank also appeared on Superpower Beatdown. His first appearance was as the White Ranger, and he took on Scorpion from the Mortal Kombat series. And again in 2015, he was the Green Ranger, and he fought Ryu from Street Fighter. There was a Kickstarter launched in 2020. It was going to be a mini-series or a fan film. It includes former Power Rangers. It was called New Era Legend of the White Dragon. The movie did finish shooting, and they went to post-production in 2021/2022. And of course, with Jason's passing here near the end of 2022, the movie is set to be released sometime in 2023, which will probably be in tribute to him. So that's Jason's Ranger history slash MMA history. As you can see, I'm super concentrated on the game. I usually don't take this much damage while playing. I believe I was not playing to my full potential here. So as you can see, the Black Ranger has an axe. I forgot to mention the Blue Ranger had the trident, or whatever you call it. This music is so fun to listen to. I actually have some of these songs on my playlist to listen. That's one of the best things. That's actually the best thing for this game, I find, is the soundtrack. every level is different in their own way. Some, as you can see here, did have the vertical movement, not just the horizontal movement. This first level was just horizontal. More vertical movement here. This, still to this day, is absolutely one of my favorite games. This was the first game I wanted to play on my channel anyways, even though most games that I play are Pokemon games. And I just felt it right beginning with this game and also having that little tribute to Jason David Frank. We're going to be playing another game next week, possibly, on a second tribute for Jason David Frank, which I think it's either the Green or the White Ranger will be in it as a playable character, and we will just be playing as him. For this game, my original plans was just to play as Jason the Red Ranger, so Jason playing as Jason or Jason type of thing. So, as a question of the day type scenario, I will ask you, what was your favorite Power Ranger? Mine was Kimberly, the Pink Ranger. I've always been a fan of good female characters playing a badass fighting character, if you know what I mean. Sometimes I just can't help along but doo-doo-doo to the game. That's what I'm gonna call it from now on, doo-dooing. We get extra health there that I don't necessarily use or need here. I remember, I think I had a slight difficult time with this boss here. As I am not used to using this ranger here. I switched up a little bit of the ones I was using. I usually use the yellow ranger here. Pretty sure the character in the show, this character is called Zach. I couldn't think of the name when I started recording. So as you can see, he had the power of the Mastodon. That's his animal that they all have one. And there we go. We beat the boss. As you can tell, I really like doing backflips after I beat the level. These passwords are just like any other game, a password that will bring you to the next level. So if you decide to leave off here, or if you're a kid and you have school, or your parents don't want you playing too much, you just wrote down that password and you started off here. So here, I pick Trini, which I usually have in the second level, and then I pick Zack here in this level. I just wanted to try something different. So this is the 3rd out of 7 levels. You're in a sewer. You have some type of electronic machine in the water that's broken, that's gonna hurt you if you get close by, but doesn't hurt you when it's in the water with you, which is weird, but video games, right? Sometimes I'm just being careless, taking damage right there. Some amazing floor chicken, as if you guys are familiar with the Castlevania series, you have walled chicken there, but here you have floor chicken. Another careless bit of damage there. I've tried to beat this game without taking any damage at all. I'm sure if I practice a lot more, I could get to it eventually. The furthest I've ever gotten without taking damage was just right at the end of this level. The first level is pretty simple, not taking any damage. Obviously, if I played with one character throughout the whole game, I'd probably pick Jason, and I find just as all the Rangers look the same, but they'll fight differently at the same time. And if you can't tell, all the Rangers, when they are in their Ranger outfits, are all the same body, just palette swaps for the color. Here comes the Crawley level. If you stop crawling or you crawl too slow, that guy with the spikes will get you, and you'll take damage. Here, the platform explodes, and then you start getting into like not quite fully underwater, but it's like half and half. Because the water will rise up and then go down and rise up and go down. So you have to swim here a little bit. You have to be careful not to take any damage from the enemies when they're close by. That's why here I'm at the bottom. The enemies can't hit you at the bottom. I tried to attack the barrier there before I could get some extra bit of health there, some wall jumping. We are now on the final screen before the boss. I think. No, we might not be. I think we have another one, actually. Okay, no, it's all one big screen. I thought there might have been a separate, but no. Again, some stupid damage taken there. One of my favorite bosses here from the series, Guy. As I recall, I do pretty good here in this boss fight. Here comes his second form. He just sheds all the eyes except for the main one. Power of the saber-toothed tiger. Their final hit. Backflip? Nope. 3904 is the password to the level 4. This is probably my most hated area in the game. My most hated putty are those dark green ones with the red eyes. Falling chandeliers. Another one. Pause there for a second to scratch my ear. Some more floor chicken there for you. I start taking a lot of damage here. I was getting a really important phone call, and I wasn't concentrating as much on the game. Pterodactyl, power of the Pink Ranger. Probably my favorite boss from this game, the Genie. Probably also one of the easiest bosses in this game to beat, if I'm being honest. He can be cheesed pretty bad. So here we have another vertical part of the stage, as we did in a previous stage. This one doesn't involve enemies though, it just involves hazards all the way up. A lot of people don't know, but those little balls that fall from those can actually be hit and destroyed. Sometimes I like to break out into dance, as you see right here. Platform blows up and then falls down. Tried to make the jump there. More stupid damage taken. Again there. Right there too. Here it's pretty easy. Just these ones on the right, you just hit once and they fall into the void. More stupid damage taken. Those little things are to recharge your bomb, but I don't really use them during the level. A lot of people actually use their bomb in a specific part of this level. And it's right here. Because this ball thing can be very annoying. Especially when he goes all the way down and doesn't want to come back up. So if you really just randomly start seeing me jumping, I'm trying to get it all the way up. I don't know if that does anything or not, but I feel like it does. Great dodge there. Say what you want if you don't like this game or not. This music is incredible. I love the 16-bit style music. I actually have plans on getting a theme song made for my channel, which I'm hoping to do a somewhat 16-bit version of a song. So as you can see, if you just stay in the middle here and jump from side to side, he doesn't have any time to shoot his attacks using my power of the pterodactyl here as my bomb. And there we go. When I say this boss is pretty easy to get cheesed, well, that's what I mean. It's really easy to beat. Just a quick stretch break 1970. Some of you watching might have been born in 1970. And we go in with the last ranger available, which you can pick a ranger multiple times. Just for this video, I thought I'd showcase off every ranger. Most of the time when I play this, I either just use Jason or I mix up Jason and Kimberly. Use both of those. This is probably my favorite stage in the whole game. With my second favorite boss, I would say. So in these other levels, we did have some floor chicken. We'll have a different version of it here in these levels. It's coming up pretty soon. Banging my head along to the music of this game because I just can't help it. These pillars in the back here look like people. There, we have some floor cave chicken there. Dealt with those guys pretty quickly for what they are and how much trouble they give. And I'm not sure if it's in this playthrough or not, but I discovered something that I didn't even know while playing this game, that you know how I just threw an enemy there, but you can also do that while jumping. So you can jump and throw an enemy down. I actually did it, I want to say it's this playthrough or the one right before I did to practice. It shocked me. I'm just not used to wearing earbuds there, and they get annoying in the ears after a while. Gotta get rid of those barrels first. Right there. That's the throw I was talking about. I never knew that was a possible thing before this playthrough. And I've played this game hundreds of times, so I don't know. It was just weird that I never knew that was a thing. I try to dispose of these enemies too quickly and I don't pay attention. They're also stupid damage taken. I was smart here and avoided it. Here's the last part of this screen here. We do have another screen coming up. And again, I just did that jumping throw there. Let all the enemies take damage there while I just avoided it. Which is actually the smart thing to do compared to right there. Here, it's always best to run as fast as you can, and then once you get a chance, duck like I just did there. Let that big laser beam take care of the enemies, and then just get up and just start running again. Try to get to the laser. Crouch down, you can attack it while the enemies take damage. I tried to get it here real fast. I unfortunately take one piece of damage before the machine explodes. This is the last little part of this screen before we get to the boss. And here we go into the boss fight. This is probably my favorite background for the bosses. As you can see, I'm using a strategy here. As soon as you knock this guy fully to one side like that, he's always gonna spawn himself somewhere in the middle. So you can fully hit him 4 times, spawn him, hit him 4 times, spawn him. With this one, you can get into an unfortunate loop that I think I get into here soon, if you're not careful. Maybe I don't. Oh, no, I guess I don't. I just beat him. So this was the last stage as a ranger. We are now going into the 2 Megazord stages. Saber-toothed tiger. Oh, I skip it. Oops. I think this was one of my better fights I've had against this boss. I only take the 1 hit. I've never beaten this boss without any damage, so yes, this would be the best that I ever had against this one. That's it. Short stage. This stage is over. We head to our final stage now. 2596, the password. As you'll see here in a bit, there is a somewhat surprise in this level if you have never seen it or never played the game or ever gotten this far in the game. So as you can see here, it looks like I did beat him, but he has a stage 2, which his life bar goes all the way back up, and you're stuck with just the 1 life bar that you have. I was getting a little nervous here. My life bar was getting pretty low. And there we go. We get to beat the stage, the boss, and this is the game. That's it. Now, this is one of the 3 final screens of the game. As you can see, I'm headbanging and I'm doing stuff on the side, just listening to this music. There we have Jason driving, Kimberly sitting on the side of the door, Trini sitting in the back of the car. We have Zach sitting on the back of the car as well with his fist bumping. And then we have Billy just looking on the side, looking right at the camera, I guess we can call it. So we go from they're driving in the daytime to driving in the afternoon. And then we go to the little place they used to hang out. Zach showing off his dancing skills. Back in the day, we didn't have a lot of people working on a game like we do now. Music, we gotta give it off to the people making the music for this game. Only 2 people, but the music in this game to me is incredible. It accidentally paused there. So yeah, this is it for my first tribute for David Frank. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked it, please do leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. There's great things to come. Leave a comment. Today's question of the day, I believe, was what was your favorite Power Ranger? If you've ever watched the Power Rangers, or if you play the games or whatever. Here we have a little Rita Repulsa on the sky saying that she hasn't been beaten yet. We have the 3 codes here coming up for the car driving scene, the dancing scene, and then this little end scene with Rita Repulsa. So that'll be it. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Peace.